Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our season rank climb using a team that we built from scratch. Okay, so yesterday's video, we went 2 and 4, I think. Grabbing my notepad. Everything's a mess at the moment. You guys probably don't care, but that's it's totally fine. Doing a lot of moving stuff around, not only my room, but how production works here on the channel. So I apologize well in advance. Yeah, we went 2 and 4 yesterday, which wasn't too bad, right? This is probably gonna be the last time that we're gonna see this team in all of its glory, right? Even though Milotic did a really good job at resetting stats and is able to like recover and do a little bit of damage, I figured since this is going to be the last time that we're going to be able to see all these mons for what, 3-4 months, that I figure that I would just go ham and just bring out the big guns and still have Tropicos on there, because I don't feel like replacing the legendary, or at least the restricted slot, just because of the fact that, you know, I've played a lot, right? I've played Kyogre, I've played Groudon, I've played Palkia. Wait, have I played? Yes, I had to have played Kyogre. Anyway, Palkia, I've played Calyrex, I've played Koraidon, I've played I already said Groudon. Who else have I played? Obviously, I didn't play all of them, right? Tropicos is going to be the last one. The other restricted legend that I was thinking about playing, it was Eternatus, but we're not going to be able to get to him in time. When it comes back, though, we will definitely give Tornadus, not Tornadus, but Eternatus a playthrough, because I do want to try out that Pokemon as well. It kind of like I don't want to say that it kind of reminds me of Terapagos, but yeah. Oh, we also played with Zacian and Zamazenta. So before the series is over, at least when it comes to restricted formats, I played with a lot. And that knowledge is pretty freaking good. When it comes back, we can do Eternatus. I also want to do Ice Rider. I do have a copy that I could grab from my little brother at any point in time. I didn't this time, but I'm going to soon, because why not? And he has a free copy that I can use / have if he doesn't really want it. So there's that cool thing that I can obviously take advantage of. But yes, there's so much, and I've done a lot of different strategies. I've done a lot of different plays. So yeah, so I figured in the next one, starting tomorrow, we come in with a hard-hitting team where we fully take advantage of kind of like not the overused Pokemon. We're probably going to just try to use what could be considered the most broken ones in the game. Because why not, right? Why not? So we will have Tropicos in the party as well. I still want to go with Whimsicott. We don't really have to worry about Trick Room, so to speak, because these two are incredibly slow. I mean, Rillaboom, not so much. I do believe it does have some EVs there, but like Urshifu is not gonna really like it too much, but I'm definitely gonna use that because I can outspeed a lot of Calyrexes that are out there, and I can also put a lot of pressure on other Pokemon that do come up against Urshifu as well. We can also make it so that we counter dark types, or at least psychic types. So if I didn't want to use Incineroar, or at least this Urshifu, I could walk in with the other Urshifu and just decimate that side of the field as well. The biggest problem that I do have, though, is that if I come up against Zacian, I don't really have a counter to it. And then obviously Urshifu here would be able to deal with Zacian, because it does generally outspeed regardless. So if I have Whimsicott, that's going to be able to probably run Taunt instead of Fake Tears, and then have a lot of other Pokemon that's is really good. Probably use Farigiraf still, but we're going to use the Helping Hand strategy instead of the Imprison strat. So if we did these two, these three, and Tropicos, we should be set. Could even swap out Farigiraf to bring in Fluttermane. Fluttermane seems to be like a really good Pokemon, but I also want to bring in Qianpao too, because Qianpao is a goat in my opinion. Love this mon. But if I do that, I have 4 physicals, 2 specials, so I kind of want it to keep it a little bit more normalized of what my particular playstyle is, but just 3 physicals, 3 specials, so that no one can really take advantage of me in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, so it's probably gonna be Whimsicott, Terapagos, Fluttermane with Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Urshifu, and the Fluttermane being swapped out to Rigorath if I need to, or maybe even Tornadus if I need to. We'll probably go back to something a little bit more that we're used to on Tornadus, but yeah. So there's a little bit of what's gonna come up for the last 3-4 days of the team, because today's Wednesday, which by the way, happy Wednesday. We'll have 3 more days and then we'll start with Regulation H. I will try to have a team ready by Sunday, because Saturday's the final day, so you guys will have that, and then we start Regulation H's team coming out, and then Saturday and Sunday you guys will have the battles for season 21. So you'll see that full way through, and I'm going to do some major edits this time for the full season. We do not want to have any commentary, and I'm going to try to create some assets to kind of showcase what the team is for each battle. So you guys won't even see the team preview first. It'll just go straight into the battles. And that's what I kind of want to have. And I was inspired by one of Wolf Glick's videos. I think it was when he entered in like one of the grassroots tournaments where he had his editor show what the team was over on the top corners of the screen. It didn't stay there obviously, but it showed you exactly what he was working with. So I think if I do an opening to where I kind of describe what the team does and then shift over to what we're doing now, I think that would be kind of interesting. But like I said, it's going to be in like an inspirational thing. I don't know how long it's going to take me to do something like that, but I'm hoping that once it's finished and it's uploaded, you guys will like it. All the fights are going to be the same. Unfortunately, I can't really change any of them. It's not like I can, just recreate every single fight. That would be tiresome beyond all belief, and it would only make me look like a winner all the time. No, just kidding. I would never do that. But I got really inspired by watching one of his videos and was like, I'm going to try to do that. And I've been working behind the scenes to try to create that for my own videos. So it actually looks really, really cool to have that on the screen, and especially during like the live streams where they have like the Pokemon on the side where people can see what you pick and stuff like that. I think it would be really, really cool, and having like effects show up on the top middle. I know that show that on the World's final stage that they had that stuff tallying through, so I thought that would be really, really cool to have too. And I'll premiere it before, or preview it first, that way I can kind of get your guys' opinions on it, because I think it would be really, really dope. But if it takes up way too much space on the screen, or if it doesn't really do anything to add any like cinematic value to the video itself, then we'll probably not use it as much. But it is something to consider, because I think it would be really, really cool. Anyways, that's all that I have for now. We're gonna get into our 6 matches, and we're gonna see how well we do this time. And oops, is my pen dead? Nope, it's not. It was just being difficult. Yay. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and do all the YouTubey stuff. Let's get into our matches and see how far we go, shall we? Okay, so we have Primarina, Fluttermane, Amoonguss, Fire Ogerpon, Whimsicott, and Miraidon. Okay, so very interesting matchup here. They do have a lot of Pokemon that counters us for sure, and I don't really have a way to really stop them for most of it, which is very unfortunate for us. What I could do instead is maybe do Trick Room, but then Amoonguss is kind of out there, is able to spore and stuff like that. If he had Follow Me on Farigiraf or someone adjacent to it, it would probably be a little bit better. But yeah, we're kind of screwed. Let's go ahead and get this started off first, and then we'll tie it off with these two. Do our main 4 core, but we're hoping that we're able to outspeed Miraidon, but I don't think it's really going to matter too much. If you ask me, I think they're still going to Terra, and they're still going to do some sort of switching move like Volt Switch, or just go for the Electro Drift, which may or may not KO Tropicos. I'm hoping not, but we'll see. Whimsicott, Miraidon. So we called the open. They're probably not going to bring in Whimsicott, or not Whimsicott, but Amoonguss, just because of the fact that, with the electric terrain, it would be kind of worthless, because then I can't be put to sleep. So maybe it would have been better just to do that. Oh no. We're just going to go immediately into this aggressive pressure. They're probably going to activate Tailwind on their Whimsicott as well. It wouldn't make any sense for them not to. They swap Miraidon to bring out Amoonguss. Okay. Terra. So Whimsicott does not get Trick Room, but they did prevent me from getting rid of the field with that. So they did call that play tremendously. Because now they can swap, right? And bring him right on in that gives it its damage boost. Okay. Light screen. So now if I had Encore or Taunt, that would screw with Whimsicott like a lot. Okay, let's do this. Whimsicott protects. Good call. Are you going to protect on the Amoonguss too, or are you just going to kind of... No. Okay, Fake Tears. Going to drop its special defense 2 stages. Terra Starstorm. This is going to miss the Whimsicott. Maybe this will get a KO, because otherwise Spore's going to come in and it's going to stop me. Nope, gets the KO. Let's go. Oh, that was also a crit. Oh, we take those crits. We will take those crits. Out comes Miraidon again. Okay, engine kicks in. I have 2 more turns of Tailwind. Go ahead and Fake Tears and Terra Starstorm. Here comes the Terra on their side. Probably gonna go to Miraidon. It is faster. It is. Terra Electric. So it's gonna get a big boost in anything that it tries to do. I'm gonna go ahead and Fake Tears, drop its special defenses 2 stages. Tailwind's going to activate on that Whimsicott. Now, they can go in to hit my Whimsicott, or they can go in to hit Terapagos. They go for Terapagos. I don't think it's him to KO, but it might. Barely live with 2 HP. Let's go. Oh, that's a Life Orb? Oh my goodness. There we go. That's a double. That was no crit on the Miraidon. But that's a double. They have light screen up too, and I am just going through. Now that could have went terrible. Tropico's living was perfect. That was a crit. No, it wasn't a crit, but it was a Life Orb. I mean, it could have been crit. I'm not 100% sure myself, but you know. We'll go ahead and just protect here because I don't really need to stop anything. Protect. So now you can go right into Tropicos, which is totally fine. Tropicos fell. No, my man, my main squeeze, my legend, my brand. We'll bring in Maya Ogerpon now. Which Maya Ogerpon's funny, because yeah. We're gonna just do this, and yeah, we're gonna hit you for super effective damage. I now match your speed. If not, you are just as fast as I am. Okay. So either they are faster or they won the 50-50. I would assume that they won. That they're probably faster. A lot of Ogerpon tends to go in the speed category, but I don't know. But super effective right into Ogerpon. They never saw my last person. So that is a win on our part. Yep. Dope. Can't complain with that. Can't complain at all. That was a really good match too. I was not thinking that I would survive. If anything, Terapagos hanging on by 2 points redeemed it a little bit. I still don't like it, but it did give it a little bit more brownie points. Thank you for hanging in there, Tropicos. That was perfect. Yeah, we have Tropicos, Shiftry, Whimsicott, Fluttermane, Volcarona, and Urshifu. Interesting. So we could go this 2 different ways. We're probably not going to Shiftry. Shiftry, what is your strat again? I forgot. I should know this. Reg H probably uses this Pokemon a lot. It seems like if you look on social media for everyone that's playing Reg H right now, Pelipper, Archelodon, Mousehold, and Annihilate seem like huge O-cores that no one can really get through right now, which is dope. I don't really want to deal with Tatsugiri Dodonto, if you ask me, but yeah, we might have to. We'll go in with Whimsicott, Fluttermane, this guy, and we'll go with Ogerpod. Just kind of going through a lot of what that side of the field is going to possibly do to us. Now, Urshifu, depending on what it is, we might have a decent counter to it, depending. Right? If it's Rapid Strike, we have an in. If it's Single Strike, not so much, but we'll do our best. It is Rapid Strike. Okay, so we do have an in. We absolutely have an in. Because no matter what, I outspeed it, and I'm going to be able to KO it. So it's not going to be that big of a problem. We will do Tailwind, and I'll set up Dazzling Gleam just so that I can do damage against the Urshifu. So, Tailwind, Light Screen. A lot of people are running Light Screen. I don't doubt it, right? I don't doubt it. It's a Sash. Nope, but it does make it so it takes half damage, but it is going to take down Fluttermane in 1 hit, which I'm okay with. Remember, I have Tailwind. I have Tailwind. So unless they have, you know, Encore, they're not going to hit me for a whole lot. But now I'm going to bring out Tropicos. So now they do have Light Screen, right? I'm going to go straight for Urshifu, Terra, and hit Whimsicott. Seems that I go, well, I do outspeed right now. So I do go first. Now it'll take Urshifu a couple hits to knock out Tropico, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but we'll see. Okay, they activate Tailwind, so now I don't have to worry about Encore or Taunt. Moonblast. So I'm faster than Urshifu. Okay. Okay. So that was sashed. That was absolutely sashed. So that Urshifu was built bulkier to live more hits, so it wasn't totally invested into speed. And Whimsicott barely surviving. Just barely, though. Out comes Tropicos. Okay. Question is, are you going to Terra or not? I'm going to assume that you're not. Even if you are. Okay, they are going to Terra. I was like, I mean, I could. Terra goes on the Tropicos, but I do want to hit Moonblast just because if it didn't Terra that turn, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of pressure. Now, they do still have... oh, there's a helping hand. Now, they still do have... stats. Ooh, drop that. Good. Star Storm. Not stats. They still have Light Screen, so it's not going to do as much damage. Ooh, that -1 helped me. -1 helped me. I know it hurt me a lot. I hated it. I'm glad that's working in my favor right now. Whimsicott goes down. Now, their Tropicos does go faster. So that is good to know. But I did barely any damage to my Tropicos, so I should be fine. Out comes Fluttermane, who has the booster energy. And are you speed? You are speed. Okay. That Fluttermane is down. Ogerpon's in the back. interesting predicament. What's my tail? Oh, Tailwind's got one more turn. How long did they have theirs? 2 more turns. Same with Light Screen, so I'm going to Protect, and I'm going to Terra Starstorm. I'm hoping that they went into Whimsicott with Flutter Mane, thinking that you can easily take that out. Oh, they might have. Oh my goodness, they did. Oh, did I luck this one out? Terra Starstorm on their side misses the Whimsicott because it protected. It does not do as much damage to mine, I think. Hopefully. It does still have a -1. Nope, just barely surviving 20 HP. Here we go. Terra Starstorm on my side to theirs, and it should knock out at least Tropicos. Yep, just enough. Tropicos goes down, leaving Flutter Mane in the driver's seat. It's the last one. No, I'm not going to protect. It has Dazzling Gleam. I was like, I could. You know what? I'm going to Tailwind, and I'm going to swap Terapagos for Ogerpon. No, I'm not. I'm going to let them fall. I have to. That's my win condition. Bring up Tailwind. I almost screwed up my win condition. Icy Wind. Oh, Tropicos barely lives? Are you serious? He had 20 HP. Oh no. Oh, this sucks. There you go. Terra Starstorm. It's not enough to get the KO. The Light Screen wore off. Their Tailwind wore off. Out comes Ogerpon. Oh, that was insane. Because now I outspeed them. They can't do anything, so I just do this. And just Terra Starstorm. Oh, that was insane. Oh, that was a good read. That was a good read. Like, I could see them having that win conditions. Like, okay, if I do enough damage to knock out Whimsicott, they can't set up Tailwind, which means I do outspeed. And if I didn't have the read of like protecting there, I would have lost. There would be no way that I can outspeed Flutter Mane being at 307. If it was at 307, I'm only capping that because why wouldn't you, right? Like, you can invest into bulk, but when you have turnouts like that to where you're kind of like, ouch, it makes it very, very, very hard for a lot of people to be able to counter that kind of stuff. So obviously it made it like their win condition had to rely on getting Whimsicott out. So I did not have access to Tailwind later on. But at that last turn, I had to make a decision just to go ahead and give them up because Flutter Mane was going to outspeed Ogerpon, and I didn't want to swap into it thinking like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to save one Pokemon. No, I'm not going to save any Pokemon because if I swapped out, like, yeah, I would have not had like the speed downs and stuff, but that doesn't matter. I would have brought in a Pokemon that was weaker, and then they could have like protected the following turn. So I would have eventually been able to beat them, but it would have been like stalling out my Tailwind turns. So it's good that it turned out this way so that I didn't have to stall too much, if that makes sense, because Jesus, that was insane. All right, next up we got Serena, Flutter Mane, Ogerpon, Miraidon, Walking Wake, and Iron Tread. Interesting. So with Serena, we can't do any of our priority moves, which is totally fine. Pretty much just gonna X-ray that as soon as possible. They do not have anyone with Tailwind, so I should be okay to be able to outspeed people right away. That doesn't mean anything though. I forgot to check what my Tropicos speed is. If it's higher than Miraidon, I'm in a better chance. But if it's not going to be that great. But let's bring in Whimsicott, Fluttermane, Ogerpon, Tropicos. Yeah, yes. Yeah, because the only thing I could think of is maybe bringing in Frigoraph to negate their own priority. But set up Trick Room, so they have to deal with that. But a lot of my Pokemon are incredibly fast anyway, so I kind of don't want to do that. And I would have to sacrifice Ogerpon to really get that done turn 1. So is that something that I'm willing to lose right away, or is that something I'm willing to hold on to? I think in my case, holding on to Ogerpon is probably better. Okay, Serena, Miraidon, Whimsicott, and Fluttermane. Okay, engine pops up. Booster energy on Fluttermane. Speed was heightened. Okay, let's go and get that in. And let's do Dazzling Gleam just to kind of do some spread damage. Here comes the Terra on Miraidon. Okay, there we go. Terra Electric. Now the Landers I've been building in the background, I've been able to KO Miraidons for Terra Electric. It's Terra Fairy that I don't, which sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. Here comes Volt Switch. Goes over to Fluttermane. Oh, I live with 1 HP? You're not something. Wait, does Serena have Trick Room? If they do, they got me. I couldn't really stop it. Out comes Fluttermane. Booster energy. Are you speed? You are speed, so not Flutter. Oh, taunt. Okay. Oh no, you taunted the Whimsicott after it already did all of its stuff. That's dope. Yeah, it's double into that slot. Well, fudge. I called it. I should have went into Serena instead. Fudge. That's okay. They'll get a free knockout. If it's on Fluttermane, they'll get a free knockout. I can't do anything about it. If it's on Whimsicott, I'll probably survive a bit. Oh yeah, I'll survive. Absolutely. Maybe? No. Well, I tried. I tried. Okay. Bring out the big man himself. Rapagos. Now, Serena doesn't have Wide Guard, so I don't have to worry about that too much. And we'll protect here because I don't really want to take unnecessary damage. Because why not? I don't have to do anything. Taunt is no longer on Whimsicott because Whimsicott's down. And they don't really have anyone to outspeed. I mean, outside of Fluttermane, so if I can keep mine alive, we'll be in greater standing. I'm going to protect. Their Fluttermane couldn't protect this turn, so that's good. Dazzling Gleam does nothing to my Fluttermane. We'll do a little bit of damage to Terrapagos. But I still outspeed Serena, so here comes Terra Starstorm. They do not have Light Screen, so this should do quite a bit. Taunt? Okay. You'll notice that that's not what that does. You'll find out very quickly. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna put pressure on the Fluttermane. Retreats Serena. This is probably Miraidon. Nope, Ogerpon. Little breaker. Eh. Good. Like I was forcing Fluttermane. Like you will not be able to do a whole lot because I'm gonna put pressure on you. I have Tailwind, so I win the speed tier, but I think I lose it this turn. There are stars. Star Stream. Bop. That's a lot of damage. Okay, my Tailwind's gone. So now it's just 50-50 with the Fluttermanes. And I'm going to go ahead and Shadow Ball into Ogerpon. I'm going to knock this out because it is faster than Terapagos. Like, yeah, I could knock out their Fluttermane, but like, that's what I was worried about. Like, my Fluttermane was at 1 HP. They can drop Terapagos' speed. I don't care. What I was really worried about was the fact that Ogerpon could attack after Fluttermane. Like, both Fluttermane. So it's like, I kind of want to get rid of your partner. And that's going to knock out this Fluttermane, which means that they've got hopefully one more Pokemon. They might have two still. And one of them's Miraidon. There's Miraidon. There's the other Pokemon, which is Serena. Okay. There's Starstorm, and I'm going to go ahead and follow me. Not bad. Helping Hand. Okay. Okay. Follow me on the Ogerpon. Now, because he has 30, he's going to live. So that's cool. Okay. Not enough to get the KO on either one. But I'm going to do a lot of damage here. Their Serena goes down. Is this enough? Just barely. Just barely. Oh my goodness. Oh. Terapagos coming in at the end there, just kind of taking games. Jesus, why? Like, you sucked in the beginning of the season. Is it just because I played you terribly? I mean, it could be. It could absolutely be. And then some of the Pokemon that should have been like knocked out beforehand should have been knocked out beforehand. I'm just saying that. I get it. Like, it's normal Pokemon, takes not as much damage, but for the Terra types, I'm asking questions, like a lot of questions. Okay, we have Calyrex, Ice Rider, not Incineroar, wow. Rillaboom, Indeedee Female, Raging Bolt, Urshifu, and Clefairy. This is going to be very, very interesting. I'm not 100% how we're going to do this, but we could just straight off with what we did last time with the Milotic and Terapagos. Terapagos isn't going to take too much damage. We can also go Ogerpon, and then I kind of want to do Fluttermane, but it might not be the best one, but I'm kind of digging that option. What would it be? I mean, they have Rillaboom and Raging Bolt, which is both bad for Milotic. Now, let's set up these two. Yeah, you know what? Let's set up these four. We'll leave Fluttermane and Whimsicott in the back because we can't really do anything when Indeedee comes out, right? And we know that Trick Room is going to come up because there's no reason why they wouldn't want to set up Trick Room. There's no reason, right? So I can get rid of the turn 1 status for the shield, right? So they brought in Calyrex and Urshifu. And the shield, I mean by the Psychic Field, the terrain. I could stop that with Terapagos and have no problem with that. Question is now what I'm going to do with this. This is a really, really bad combo that I'm totally going to walk into. They don't have anyone with Wide Guard, so I shouldn't have to worry about that at all. Instead, what I want to do is just foul play into Calyrex and just go, hey, big boy, try me. But in the event that is a protect, I am going to go ahead and Helping Hand instead, because I know Urshifu does get a strike off first. And if they go for the close combat, it is going to ruin me, but it also sets them up in a terrible terrible position because I don't think that they want to do that right away, but they could. So I'm going to Helping Hand to boost up Terapagos' Sting. No Protect. Nope, there's the Protect for the Calyrex. Okay. So we kind of saw that. U-turn. Here comes Indity. Or it could be Rillaboom. It's Rillaboom. Okay. I don't know why you would bring in Rillaboom, to be honest. That seems kind of far-fetched. Terra Star Storm, which does nothing against Calyrex, but it will hit the Rillaboom for a lot. Probably Assault Vest. Well, oh, nope, that's not Assault Vest. That is something else entirely. I mean, it could still. I did do Helping Hand, so that could have been it. But we're going to hit Calyrex for a lot with Hammer. Okay, it's not enough to get the KO. That's a lot of recoil damage. Terra Star Storm goes off next. Gonna hit the Calyrex for a decent amount. He faints. Now, am I faster than Calyrex or am I slower? I'm faster. I'll play. Does not get the KO. Gets really, really close though. Glacial Lance is gonna take the KO on the Frickrap, but not on Terapagos. Okay. Go ahead and bring in Ogerpon now. Urshifu can come back out. Come on out, Ogerpon. Okay, Terra Star Storm again, and I'm going to go ahead and Horn Leech over to Urshifu because I think Calyrex is going to protect this turn. I do not have Tailwind, so this is going to be very interesting. There's the Protect on the Calyrex as predicted. Surgeon Strikes on the Terapagos, and he might get the KO. Nope, he will not. Not enough damage. Okay, Horn Leech brings him down to Sash if he had it, but he doesn't. Urshifu goes down. Terra Star Storm. So they should have one more Pokemon. There's Urshifu, Rillaboom, Calyrex, and then number 4. Whoever number 4 is. Which is higher than number 2. Okay, Raging Bolt. Okay, this is great. Terapagos is dead meat. That's so... Actually, no. He's not, because then we're just gonna go like this. There you go. Follow me. But Terapagos is still faster. Oh look, Thunderclap. Oh, that's a big miss there. Oh man. Terra Star Storm's gonna knock out Calyrex, and it's gonna do a decent amount of damage over to Raging Bolt himself. Almost half. It's about 45, 49%. It's not yellow, so it's not 50. Not the total 50. That is a leftover set. Interesting. Okay, so we have one more left. So yeah, let's proc it, and we're just gonna follow me. Why not? Never mind, battle's canceled. Just never mind, battle's canceled. Let's go. I was like, oh man, Terapagos gonna get down. Wait, no, I don't. I don't worry about that. I don't have to worry about that. Because, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. I just wanna preface this. That's our 4th win in a row in the video. Just saying that. That's super excited. Let's go. I almost forgot to record this. Yeah. Okay. So we have Miraidon, Fire Ogerpon, Whimsicott, Burgraff, Iron Hands, and Urshifu. Okay. I don't really have a counter to Whimsicott. And you know what? Let's do this and hope for the best. Because I could go for Burgraff and do Trick Room, but they do have Iron Hands and they do have Burgraff on their own side, which could definitely swap out, or not swap, but they could definitely use within Trick Room or reverse it. So I don't really want to do that. This way I have an easier chance of getting into Miraidon. So that's why I did the things there. Now I could have also just done Ogerpon and Terapagos, because if Miraidon comes out, it's going to set the field and then we're just going to turn it off. They're going to be able to do the thing, swap out to maybe do something else. I mean, there's so many options that could happen here. I am happy with what I chose though, because if we have this Tailwind War in the beginning, it's going to be dope, but I also put a lot of pressure right off bat. Now they can go with the Light Spring, which is a really good option. I feel like if you're going to do that though, Grimmsnarl might be a little bit more beneficial for you. Yeah, you lose out on your Tailwind user, but if you bring in Grimmsnarl who set up screens and then Tornadus who does like Tailwind and then Bleakwind Storm and stuff like that, I think you're a little bit more better off in that regard. Okay, so Terra Shift. So, Whimsicott Ogerpon, and the Whimsicott is shiny. Let's go. So we're gonna do this, Terra, Starstorm, and I'm just gonna go right off the bat and hit this Pokemon for a lot of damage. Okay, so what is your first action? Because I'm not swapping out any of my Pokemon. I was really hoping for Miraidon, but it's a good call that you didn't bring yours, because this would have been really, really bad for me. Well, it's still really bad, right? I opened up the wrong one. So since we're not having a Legends off, I guess we'll have to do this. Now I'm going to survive one hit. Are you going to survive both? That's the question, especially if you don't get Tailwind off now. Okay, it's Tailwind War. We're at even speed tiers. Ivy Cudgel goes over to Terapagos. That's a considerable amount of damage, but I think I'm gonna do a little bit more. There you go. Have one of those. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Ogerpon, and I'm just gonna do the Terra Starstorm again. Because Ogerpon's probably gonna get swapped to something else. You're gonna Terra. Oh, this is a terrible decision. You opened it up for Miraidon to get taken out really easily. +1. Okay. You gain a resistance to my thing. Light Screen. That's a good call too. So Ogerpon's definitely not going to be taken down this turn. Here we go. Very little damage. Ivy Cudgel isn't enough to knock me out. I don't know. It might. It is. Good job. Excellent work. Excellent work. Bring out my Ogerpon now. Go into you, and I'll go into you. Good call on the Spiky Shield, wearing down my Tailwind turns as well as your own. Moonblast, take down your Whimsicott, so now I have the main Tailwind user. And Ogerpon is going to attack into you with Ivy Cudgel, and you're not going to take any damage, but neither will I. So I should have one more turn of Tailwind left. Out comes Miraidon. Good call there. Yep, one more turn of Tailwind, so I'm going to protect and Spiky Shield. Follow Me could still come out of that Ogre Pawn, but I believe my win condition now is to set up Tailwind and then hopefully knock out Ogre Pawn so that when Miraidon either knocks out Whimsicott or does a lot of damage to Ogre Pawn, it sets me up in a way that I can bring out Fluttermane and outspeed and put a lot of pressure immediately. They can't Terra, so they can't get rid of that weakness now. So how they did it was kind of screwed themselves up. So swap out the Ogre Pawn to bring out Urshifu. This is single strike, or rapid strike, I'm sorry. Not bad because like you've set yourself up for the future turn, but you should have not done that yet, in my opinion. In my opinion, you should not have done that yet. Tailwind's gone. Both sides. Tailwind, and I'm going to Horn Leech into Urshifu. Because now I'm going to outspeed everything on that side of the field, and I have nothing to worry about. They have to try to outlast several turns, so no Protect. Horn Leech, are you sashed? No, but you are bulky enough to survive that. Electro Drift into Whimsicott. Does get the KO due to the terrain and the item, probably spec. Close combat. Hits Ogre Pawn, survives because of Sturdy. And you drop your stages. Alright. Fluttermane comes out. Booster Energy activates. And for this Disappearing Act, I just Dazzling Gleam. And Ivy Cudgel the Miraidon. Aqua Jet, good call. Not enough to knock down Miraidon, so they won this one. Here comes Electro Drift. Fluttermane goes down. Not bad. Not bad at all. I was not thinking that they had something else for Urshifu. So the Aqua Jet did catch me off guard. Because like the only move that I knew that they had was obviously close combat. Most likely have Surgeon Strikes, but the Aqua Jet, that tells me that they had Sash. That's what that tells me. Maybe I should have went into Miraidon first. No, I don't think it would have really mattered. I think, well, I mean, Urshifu could have went down first, but I could have done a little bit more damage to Miraidon. So maybe that was my win condition, was setting up to go to that one instead, but I didn't, if that makes any sense. So I did do a misplay there. I didn't attack into Miraidon. Instead, I went into Urshifu thinking Horn Leech would have done it. Obviously, it did not. So I do need to recalc for Horn Leech and not Woodhammer. I'm usually using Woodhammer, which then does something to Sturdy. So just why I typically don't bring it with Cornerstone, because then it breaks the Sturdy effect, or Sash, realistically. Okay, so we have Cresselia, Ice Rider Calyrex, Ursaluna, Porygon 2, Torkoal, and Iron Hands. Okay, so this team specifically is a hard Trick Room team, and I'm gonna have a really hard time getting through all of it. So it's gonna be very difficult. However, if I walk in with what I had last time, I should be okay. I just need to really pay attention to Milotic as well as Ogerpon. Otherwise, I will be doomed. Don't think Ogerpon's gonna be great here. I think I'm gonna bring it in Fluttermane, and that might be like a terrible decision. So here's my thought process while I have 30 seconds. If they have Iron Hands, both Milotic and Ogerpon are going to struggle against that Pokemon. I can't do anything about it. If they bring in like anyone else, I should have an even chance, but I don't. They're probably going to bring in Iron Hands, but probably not, because they need I have Farigiraf. So I'm just gonna go with Fluttermane. I'm probably overthinking this. Probably really overthinking this. I need to do something though. Cresselia is one of the Pokemon I have to worry about the most because it has literally Lunar Blessing, which heals people for like 50 something %. Iron Hands Cresselia, so they automatically get that started. Terra Shift. So I'm gonna Helping Hand the Tropicos, Terra Star Storm, into Iron Hands. They can't fake out Burgraphs off the field, but it's gonna hit close combat. I mean, Drain Punch also does a lot of damage to Burgraph. It's gonna be, well, it's normal psychic, so it's probably just gonna hit neutral then. The psychic is resistant against fighting, but normal isn't. So hopefully it's just neutral. Got a Helping Hand here. Fake out. What? Why? You know about Armor Tail. There's no reason to do that. Here you go. Here, have a Terra Star Storm. And Cresselia activates Trick Room. Oh, it does Moonblast. Okay. Oh, my special attack drop. Gotta swap. We'll swap to Fluttermane. That's what we'll do. We'll swap to Fluttermane. Probably gonna have like a physical attack into that slot. I mean, it could do Wild Charge, but if you have Drain Punch, why would you do anything else? Switch to Fluttermane because I do not want to take a special attack drop on Terapagos. Even with the Helping Hand, it's not good. Protect here. Drain Punch. Oh, is it? The Fluttermane. Let's go. Let's go. Trick Room activated on the Cresselia. Okay. Take Trick Room back, and I want to activate Protect, because here comes Heavy Slam. Drain Punch on the Burgraph does not take enough damage to get the KO. Now, Cresselia, are you going to plan on just reversing Trick Room? Nope, you're going to Lunar Blessing. Dope. So that's going to heal up a bunch on both sides. I'm going to turn off Trick Room. I'm going to Helping Hand Fluttermane. A Moonblast into Iron Hands. So here you go. Bop. Not enough to get the KO, but Lunar Blessing's probably going to come out. Heavy Slam. And down goes Flutter. Reactivate Trick Room. Let's go. Tropicos. Drain Punch. It's a lot of damage. It is a lot. Energy drained. Lunar Blessing, so it is gonna do the double healing. Iron Hands back. Oh, not totally at full, but definitely up there. Retreat that. Second time that I've been able to turn it off. Helping Hand. Star Storm. Down goes Iron Hands. Reactivate Trick Room. It's gotta get the Just keep it there, god dang it. Out comes Torkoal. Okay, so Farigiraf, Bug Protect, swap to Milotic. I'm going to do everything that I possibly can to not take so much damage from Eruption. Probably will not Terrafire, but if it does... Oh, there it is. There it is, the Terrafire. Hard Trick Room team using Cresselia, Iron Hands, Torkoal, and probably their legend, which is Calyrex. Protect. Eruption. And blast. Helping Hand and Skull. Eruption. It's probably not going to take down Farigiraf, but it might. It does. Milotic just barely stands. Kind of hard to underspeed. Oh, here we go. Oh, Milotic just stands tall. I don't care about the special. Oh no! Yes, I do. Here we go. Scald. Does not get the burn, but that doesn't matter. Oh look, Terapagos is still here. I completely forgot. I thought it was just Milotic. Okay, so we're just gonna do this now. They don't know if I have Scarf or not, or Scarf Specs. They're probably thinking I have Specs, but they don't know that. Kind of hard. Kind of hard to tell. Heat Wave. Not a bad combo when your Eruption goes away, so now I know that that's not Spect. So that's going to do a lot to Terapagos, which is unfortunate. Moonblast. Heal up just a little bit more. Hold on, Trick Room how? One more turn. Let's go for the double. Come on, give it to me. No! I tried. If I was able to do that, and if I got the double, right, I would have been able to then go ahead and do Recover the following turn and get up all of that HP back up, and then Cresselia would have been forced to reapply Trick Room, which then would have put us back to where we were, but I would have a lot more HP. Torkoal couldn't then focus, like it had to use Earth Power or Heat Wave, because otherwise Eruption did like no damage, right? And then Cresselia had a chance of hitting me with moves that, you know, procced competitive. So kind of put it a little bit of a 50-50 there. I'm glad it worked out this way, but there was time that I could have done something. Maybe if I focused on Cresselia instead of Iron Hands, I might have been able to do a little bit more. But Iron Hands is so strong. His HP and his physical attack is so high that it's really hard to ignore that Pokemon. I wish I had something for Cresselia like Taunt. That would have stopped Trick Room. So maybe I'd teach Taunt to Farigiraf. That'd be dope. That way I could just like, oh, here, no, you can't do that now, and you have to focus on attacking or even just swap out in general. But geez, that was a really, really hard fight. Really hard. We reset Trick Room twice. That was funny. That was like my highlight of the entire match. I reset it twice. So good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and Pokefans alike, it's going to be the end of today's video. We are ending at 13,932 as our Master Ball rank. Total of 104 battles, 50 wins, and 54 losses. We are 4 away from catching up to our win-loss record and possibly even passing it, depending on how our next 3 days of matches go. I am super excited. But I don't really want to like give away more details than what I previously like noted in the beginning of the video. I think that I'm slowly getting to be a better player with Terapagos, but it does require a lot of kind of setup, and I have to play around that as much as possible going forward. So while I still don't like Terapagos, I think that the Pokemon in itself could be buffed. Right? It needs something else than having a Terra Starstorm that hits every target. It does not matter for type advantages, right? We'll hit ghost types, we'll hit normal types, we'll hit fighting types. It hits everything. But the fact that you have to Terra and then use 2 to 3 turns to try to just be able to do enough damage to knock things out, I think that it needs a little bit more work for the ability that it has. Like the first one, I take ineffective damage. Okay, that's fine. Second form, I wipe all weather and terrain one time. That's a little rough to me, but it is what it is at that point. I can't really tell like if that's like, it is a little like under prepared for Terapagos. If you want people to use this Pokemon, you have to give us a reason to use it. And while there is a strategy that you can use, like putting up leftovers and using Rillaboom and maybe even Comfey to kind of give it a little bit more of a boost, but you're using literally 3 different assets to just make one Pokemon useful instead of having it be synergistic with everything else. Like even with Fake Tears with Whimsicott, it still doesn't give Terapagos an advantage enough to where it could knock out Pokemon right away. It has choice specs, for God's sakes. It has the biggest item in the game that gives special attackers the big girth of their power. You put that on Fluttermane, and Fluttermane can literally take games with that. Even Terra Fairy takes games with that. There should be no reason why that cannot be the same thing for Terra Starstorm. It's a base 100 or maybe 120 that's boosted twice because it's not only a normal attack, but it also is Terra Stellar. So it's boosted even further with specs. There should be no reason why it only does a third or a fourth of people's HP pool. Now I understand if they have light screen, but most of these matches that I've had didn't have light screen attached to it, and it still does minimal amount of damage. Either the damage rolls for Terapagos is so low or the damage needs to get buffed. Now my Terapagos has full investment in special attack and full investment in nature, right? It's modest nature 252. It does 200 special attack. Right? That's the end of a stat number. That is that. Plus another 50%, which makes it 300. That's more than Fluttermane gets and does half the damage. Even 2 Pokemon that it hits Terastallized do not get KO'd with that move. That's its entire thing. That's its gimmick. It's the first Stellar Terra type with a normal attack move that gets boosted and use. I don't know. I'm completely baffled and lost because of the fact that should be one of the hardest hitting Pokemon in the game. Miraidon has his entire ability and his terrain backing up his damage. You can literally have a zap plate on it and it'll do the exact same damage as it did with Specs. Specs is overkill. Life Orb is overkill. You can literally give it a berry to boost its defenses and it will still take KOs because there's multiple ways to build Miraidon. It's just like Fluttermane, but he gets even boosted because of his ability and he's on electric terrain. The dude's a tank and can snipe anyone. It's like Inteleon without the G-Max mode. It's literally that, and it's super powerful. So why can't Terapagos have that? I don't know if it's just because of the fact that it gets 2 different abilities, but even Ogerpon has 2 different abilities, and all of them have a purpose. All of them serve a greater good regardless of what it's trying to do, right? So why doesn't Terapagos? Like, I hate the Pokemon. I think it hits incredibly weak. It's like a wet noodle trying to hit like a pool floaty. It just doesn't work. You have to do so much just for Terapagos to get going, and I don't feel like it should be that way. I think it does need a little bit of a buff, but that's just my opinion on it. And because that's my opinion in the end of the video, I'm hoping you guys enjoyed the video. And if you guys did, please consider leaving a like on the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Please leave a comment down below, as I do reply to any and all comments left behind. If you guys want to help support the show even more, you can hit the subscribe button and even be notified when I upload next by hitting the notification bell over on the right. I think it's a bell or something. You hit that, select it to all to be notified when I upload next. I do plan on uploading every single day the rest of this month and in September, and most likely for the rest of the year. Thank you, YouTube. But we're probably going to do that, right? We're going to upload for the rest of 2024 and most likely for the rest of 2025. And if you guys want to help out the channel, I'm sorry I lost my train of thought. Anyways, yeah, hit the notification bell, be notified. I do plan on uploading a ton, so hopefully you guys enjoy the content. If you guys want to watch a playlist of everything I've done up to this point, playlists at the end that you can click on and just watch more videos like that. I hope you enjoy stuff like that, because it was really entertaining and fun making them, and that's what I do. I create Pokemon VGC content for competitive players like myself, learning, or people that just want to hear something more in the background. You know, it's there. My wins, my losses, progress, like my frustrations, my high points, my low points, everything. Like, I don't really focus on anything specific. I focus on teams that I think are very interesting and that I want to build and hopefully do well on the rank ladder. And if they don't, then we know why. And if they do, then hopefully we know why. And it's to help inspire those to get into the hobby. Now, 2025 Pokemon Championship Series is a little different, which I will get into a video later on about that, because I do have a lot to say. But for now, we will save that for that video, and we'll just keep it here, keep it out of this video, I should say. But yes, we're trying to hit 500 subs by the end of the year. I'm hoping that we can get to that number, and I know that I can do it with your guys' help, and we're hoping to even increase it even further. The main goal of the channel is to not only inspire people like you to play, to help me learn, but I would like to have a memorial goal for this channel, which is to get a silver play button. So I think it's like 100,000 to get it. I would really love a play button. I think it would be really, really dope, and it would definitely make me feel a little bit better for all the times that I've stayed up and done a lot of these matches for you guys. So the content's still gonna come. I'm hoping you guys enjoy it, and that's how you can help support the channel. It does help the videos perform a little bit better for people to be able to see them. So thank you in advance. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. So thank you for everything up to this point. And that's all that I've got. Again, happy Wednesday. Hope you have a wonderful day. And that's all that I've got. So thank you. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.